So what I want to talk to you guys about today is driving leads, okay, and making conversions depending on whatever it is that you do, okay? So I'm going to go over the top and let you guys know how this pretty much works. So we're here in the back end of the Facebook Ads Manager. If you guys haven't done the course already, I recommend you do. It's called the Facebook Blueprint something. Can't remember the exact name. The Blueprint, the Facebook Blueprint. And it teaches you everything about the Facebook Ads Manager, okay? Know this. Once you know this, okay, it's going to be very important to understand how you could set up some campaigns if you're not playing with a very big budget, right? If you're not playing with crazy budgets, how to set up your shit real nice and organized, okay? So first of all, we're going to start off with these short codes, okay? These are going to be very important when naming your campaign because you're going to be running a lot of ads. You're going to be turning them on. You're going to be turning them off. You're going to want to see what's working and what's not. And rather than getting deep into each campaign each time when you're doing an overview, if you name the campaign and the ad set and the ad correctly, you're going to be able to immediately tell what campaign that is, what it includes, and what the targeting is, right? So when you start seeing the names of campaigns, something like this, so I named this campaign, hold on guys. You see, I named this campaign 1, which is the number of the funnel, cold, because it's a cold audience that we're targeting, Mastermind, because we're targeting them to sign them up to the Mastermind. It's a video view campaign objective, and we're targeting United States. You see how that, if you don't know what that means, how this could look fucking crazy when you open a Facebook Ads Manager? Okay, but this is going to make it much easier for you guys to understand. We're going to share these with you as well. So these short codes that you see here are going to go into that. So for example, WC is website conversion, video view, the VV is video views, PPE, PUR, ATC. So add to cart is if somebody added to one on your website, added to cart, but didn't purchase, right? IC is initiate checkout. That's them taking the next step, initiating checkout, going as far as including maybe even their phone number and email, right? At which point on your website, hopefully you have a capture form where it's capturing their phone numbers and then putting them into an email list or into a phone number list where you could retarget them for abandoned carts, or you could send them mass blast whenever you're having promotions, right? Jonah. Okay. What up? All right, cool, right? So these are the short codes. How we usually name the campaigns is in the following way, okay? The funnel level, okay? Whatever level of the funnel you're at, and we've gone over funnels before. Level designation, so what audience are they at? Are they cold? Are they warm? Okay. Product offer name, Booby Bottle Outdoor. This was a bottle, ads for a bottle that we were running. Campaign type, and then country, right? Always being led by short codes. If you see that it says WC, it's website conversion ads. So this campaign is funnel level 1 to cold audiences. This is the product that we're offering, okay? And we're gonna have our naming conventions over here, which are gonna guide us here, which is gonna tell us that this is gonna be website conversion run in the United States, right? In this specific, in any other specific case, you could also do 1 cold Booby Bottle Outdoor VV US. That means video views, which is what we would probably want to get started with here. We're starting a new ad, right? I'm going to go over with you guys one that Jeremy Haynes created. Some of you guys in here have taken his course. We've seen some of his videos. Some of you have not. I'm going to go ahead and pass this along to you, which is some great value. It's really helped us out. So first of all,
it's very quick. Are you going to give us this document? Because
yes.
Or we need to like quickly. Okay.
No, I'm going to send it to you guys. I'm going to send you the document. Okay. So.
Sorry.
It's all good. So here, guys, hold on. I'm trying to move you guys around on the screen. All right. So here would be our first campaign, right? That we talked about. 1 cold Mastermind video views. So this is what we were talking about before. Before we try to sell something to somebody, whether it's a service, whether it's a product, whatever it is, we want to really structure them. We want to frame them. We want to prime them get them to understand who we are, what we do, why they want to work with us, why they want to buy from us, okay? In this stage, we're piquing their curiosity. We need to establish authority. We need to establish social proof that people fuck with us. And in this stage of this video for the company or for whatever service you're selling, you need to show this. So for example, for us as a mastermind, giving you guys an example, we do events around the world. We collaborate with events around the world. We have mastermind sessions, right? We have a podcast. We have a blog. We have very active digital platforms that people are usually looking at, okay? So what do? We show that by showing the events around the world, showing all types of stuff. You guys are going to start seeing ads running for Hustle Inspire Salsa soon if you haven't already. You'll start to see how they're getting you prepared to understand what the brand is. And this is what we would be doing top of the funnel, which is when you refer to, when you hear people refer to top of the funnel. You're creating a video view engagement campaign. So you could put people into a list. So you put this video in front of a bunch of people that are relatable to your audience or to your target audience or your audience personas that we've gone over in previous calls. If you guys want to jump back to that after this call, you guys can take a look on how to find your audience personas. Once you find your audience personas, you jump into the Facebook Ads Manager. You start to understand, right? You set your budget. You can start $5, $10 a day per ad set in each campaign. I'll show you guys about budgeting. But essentially, this is how you would start off. You would pick the video view consideration. You would name, check off campaign budget optimization, pick a budget that makes sense for you, and then you go on to the next step, okay? So we're going to create some dummy ads today at 3 or 4 levels so you guys can check it out, right? So here, we go into the second naming convention, which is going to be ad set, right? And this, you guys will be able to follow this when you guys do your ads with the specific document I'm going to be sharing with you, which you guys are going to be able to see that it breaks everything down. So here we have age, gender, interest in targeting, placements, conversion window, and optimized, okay? So age 25 plus, gender, men and women, interest targeting, doesn't have to be here. It could be Miami, New York, wherever. The placements are going to be on Facebook and IG, 7-day conversion window, and the event is going to be a purchase, okay? So the whole purpose of this is going to be to get people to purchase. And then you see it reflected here, right? We changed from Patagonia to Miami, 25 plus, 7-day, we pretty much kept it the same, right? So on our first, whenever you're running cold audiences, you also want to understand who your ideal customer is. Who's visiting your website? Who follows you on social media? What are their age ranges? What do they like? What kind of shit do they follow? Right? You could use the Facebook Insights tool, Audience Insights tool, right? So here, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. Have any of you guys used this already? No one?
I haven't.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna show you how to use it.
Audience Insights, okay. Pretty sure.
So this gives you access to all of Facebook's ad data. Like pretty much everything. You could really target shit down here. So, all right. Let's use an example of somebody we all know, okay? So we're gonna go here and we're gonna search United States. We're gonna go people in the United States, 18 up, all men and women, interest. Let's see, Gary Vaynerchuk, right? You type in Gary Vaynerchuk here. We all know who he is. Hoping that we all do. Okay. So here we have all the data that Facebook and Instagram have on people that like or engage with Gary Vaynerchuk. 38% are women, 62% are men. The majority of people are 25 to 34. Okay. And he also has a big audience in 35 to 44 and nice chunk on the younger side. And he's also targeting TikTok. Keep in mind. So he's hitting younger audiences on other platforms. The relationship status of the people, 40% are married. Okay. very interesting education level college. You know, so he did, you know, he preaches the whole, you know, entrepreneurship thing. And, you know, there's so many issues going on with college, but despite that, most of his audience is people that have gone to college. Most of the job titles of the people, let's see. Okay. Most people that follow him or engage with him are in sales, administrative services, management, production, art and entertainment, healthcare, food and restaurants, right? Let's see a little bit more here. Page likes. Okay, so people that like this page, his page on Facebook, tend to like Tim Ferriss, Maya Angelou, Entrepreneur, Viceland, UFC, Dollar Shave Club. So now you're starting to see, based off this person's data or based off this industry's data, what kind of people are engaging with this page or engaging with this type of information that would be likely to convert. Okay, so people that like GoPro, people that like Tony Robbins and Joe Rogan and Dave Ramsey and all of these people, Live Nation, UFC, they're going to be people that are going to be likely, right, to engage with somebody like Gary Vaynerchuk. And if he's in your niche or you're trying to get attention from people from his niche, those would be the people that are closely watching him. Now, you could even get as granular as getting all that data and then finding out the top locations in New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Maricopa County, Arizona, Miami, Atlanta. So, see, these are the top cities. So you could get as granular as, all right, I want to target only people in New York that like Tony Robbins, Joe Rogan, Tim Ferriss, and Gary Vaynerchuk, who are men 35 to 45 because I'm doing a convention or I'm doing a specific mastermind group that only needs those types of people, right? So then you get really able to get really in depth on how you're going to target these people. Most of these people are in mobile, right? They remain active on social media. So you start seeing so many things that you could start taking into account when you're on the Facebook Ads Manager trying to create your ads. Hold on, where were we? Trying to create your ads to pick your audiences, right? So here we're trying to do, okay, we're targeting people in Miami for the mastermind. So here we could go ahead and add Joe Rogan, people that are interested in Joe Rogan. Gary Vaynerchuk. Okay, let's say it was just that, right? So people in Miami, age, let's say, in this specific part of the funnel, we said we were probably going to go 25 to as far as 45, which would be the actual potential converters. Let's say that we were selling tickets to an event. And then you pick everyone, people who live in this location, okay? Because there's a lot of people that are going to be in Miami, that are going to be here, and it's going to pick up that they're here, and it's going to show them the ad, but those people are probably leaving in a few days, right? So you're going to waste a lot of impressions showing it to people that are probably not from here. So it's always good to pick people who live in this location. Click automatic placements. You got to trust Facebook's AI to place it in whatever place it thinks it's best. And you guys should definitely do that. Through play is very important because it'll deliver the ads to people that completed at least 15 seconds of the video. Okay, so you know, for example, this person is actually interested, right? This person went through a portion of my video, which means that they're qualified for the next step. Because right now we're thinking of step one. We don't want to just get 2-second continuous video views. A lot of people just want to rack up views, rack up. Through play really allows you to see how deep people went into the video, right? You put your schedule, obviously, and then you want to get charged not per impression but per through play. You want to get charged per through play, right? Because what you're doing is you're bringing in people and you're bringing them into a funnel and putting them in a bucket, and everybody that falls in that bucket means that they've seen a portion of that video which has shown interest, right? The second they see that portion of that video, you go into the Facebook audiences, which I'm going to show you here. When you create a custom audience, and then you create a custom audience based off of video. people that viewed that video that got put inside that bucket that I'm just telling you about right now. So you get charged for through play. Continue. You pick your pages, okay? You follow the naming conventions that you're gonna have in the sheet, in the doc. What you're usually gonna want to do is before you run a video ad, you post a video on your Facebook page, right? Once you post a video on your Facebook page, it's gonna allow you to post it on Facebook and Instagram. So what you do here is you click select post. You select the video. So look, this one was a video right here. The other ones are grayed out because they're pictures. You select the video. Once you select the video, it's gonna ask you to put in the copy. We talked about great copy. Go back to the episode that talks about copy if you want to learn a little bit about that, and it'll bring all these episodes together. You put in some great copy in there, some great headlines in there. Okay, you make sure it's tracking with your Facebook pixel, which takes us to what Natalia brought up before. If you guys don't know how to install a Facebook pixel, they literally have, you literally Google install Facebook pixel. Facebook has its own pages that show you how to do it. And if you have Shopify, Shopify also has videos, and you'll find a ton of stuff online.
It's pretty easy. It's just an integration. You actually just have to copy and paste it.
Yeah, it's quick. It's super quick. Now, you turn on the Facebook pixel, you confirm, right?
Yes, Alex, can I ask you the question quickly? And I should have known that stuff, but anyway. So you're saying you're choosing the post, but you don't need to have a post in order to create an ad, right? You can just do it from the scratch. You can upload the video, correct? Or I'm missing.
Yes, but what happens is when you upload it from here and it's not on your Facebook page, now you don't have it on your Facebook page as a social proof. So you always want social proof, right? So if you posted the video on your page and then you ran ads to that video, when people go on your page and see the video, they're going to see all the likes, all the comments, and all the shares. When you upload it from here, it doesn't upload it to your page. It just keeps it on the back end of Facebook. So when people go on your page, they won't see it.
Yeah, so it makes sense to use it and see.
Yeah, it makes sense to use something you already posted.
People watched it. Okay, thank you.
Okay, cool. All right, guys. So once you submit, it's gonna submit for verification with Facebook, and then you're gonna see here as a campaign, and you're gonna see the campaign name exactly how we named it. So you're gonna be able to tell what that it's gonna be the campaign, and within that campaign, I'm gonna show you guys right now. You're gonna see the ad set. So it's gonna be campaign. And then once you click in that campaign, which is the one we just submitted, it's going to go into ad sets, and it's going to show you that first ad set that we went for, right? Then once you've completed that and it's already up, now you need to tell yourself, all right, I just uploaded a video, okay? This video is out there reaching people in Miami who do this, and that. I need to sell out this event, okay? I need people to come to this event. These people have already seen the video because I put them into a list. Like they're being put into a list. But where does that list reside? Where is that list, right? So this is where the list is. I'm going to show you guys. You have to create the list. So when you're in the Facebook Ads Manager, you go to Audiences, and it's going to take you here. Okay, you're going to go to Create Custom Audience. You're going to go Use Facebook Resources. You're going to click Video. Okay. It's going to make you choose an engagement type, right? So let me see. Through play. Okay. So you're going to choose right here, people who either completed or viewed at least 15 seconds of your video, through play. Okay. You choose that intent. Then you choose the video itself. So you could, choose whatever video it is that you had that you were going to pick. It's going to be populated here already because you posted it on your page. Okay. Then you're going to go here. When you do this, when you do the video view for through play, it lets you target people that have been on your website for up to a year. If they haven't been in your website in a year, they fall off the list. But as long as they continue going back on the website, they remain on your list. It's just if they lose engagement, they fall off, which is better for you. You don't want those people because then it's going to cost you more in ads because you don't have engagement. So here, you have to be careful with the naming conventions as well. So for example, here, we know that this is a top of the funnel video. So we're going to put TOF, okay? We know that this is, we could name Mastermind, through play. So you could put through and then 365. Okay. And then you create the audience, create audience. Once you create the audience, it's going to appear on your audience list. And you're going to, whenever you go see the audiences, you're going to be like, okay, obviously this is the audience for the top of the funnel people, for the Mastermind who did a through play. And and the maximum time is 365 days that that they would remain on that list, right? So what you did now is you created this list for the next step you're about to do on the next ad. So you have the ad that you're going to run. That ad is going to run promoting a video. Everybody that watches this video is going to fall into this list right here that's being created. And once this list has some people in it, and it has some people like being fed into it, then you're going to do the next campaign, which is going to be the second campaign. Okay, well, it's going to be the second video. It's going to be the second video that you're going to run. So I'm going to break it down for you guys right now. Give me a sec.
Those quick question, Alex. The audience list, they automatically update themselves?
Yes, they automatically update themselves. You never have to update them. As soon as somebody watches one video, it updates and puts them into the next list.
Okay.
Okay. So that was step one, right? So assume that that campaign will be right here pending approval. Now you need to do another campaign, okay? Because the other campaign is going to be the second video. So you ran the first video, you rack enough views in that first video to a bunch of cold audiences. Now those cold audiences are getting thrown into step two. So here we are to create step two. So we'll create step two very similar to how we created step one. So here we're going to do it the same way. It's going to be video views. You're going to name it different now because it's not cold anymore, right? They're warm audiences. I've already seen some of your shit. They've showed interest. You're moving them down the funnel, right? Pick your budget. Follow the rules that we talked about before. Okay. And this time, when you do the placement for custom audiences, before we didn't choose a custom audience. We created our own audience here. So here, what you got to do is you wouldn't have any audiences here because this new campaign you're setting up is not targeted towards these people in specific. It's only targeted towards the people in the list that you created. And that list is going to be here under custom audiences. Once you choose you're going to literally see it right here after you add the list. You'll click it and it'll choose that list, meaning anybody in this campaign who's shown content is only going to be to the people of the previous step who saw that video, right? Make sure your automatic placements, make sure you're charged for through play, make sure you're good. Boom, through play, next. Go to the ad. Okay, make sure both pages are picked, Facebook, Instagram, okay? Another great thing to realize is that the taller your ads are, the better they're gonna perform, right? So if they're a square, great, but if you could have them at 1080 by 1350, slightly like the tallest size you could possibly have, those ads tend to perform better. If you guys need an example, go on Hustle Inspires Hustle. Every single ad that we make is at 1080 by 1350. It's the maximum size that Facebook and Instagram allows, so we could take up a lot of real estate on the screen. Now, that being said, once you pick these pages, you're in step two of the funnel right here. People have seen one video, they're slightly interested. Now you're going to show them the next video, okay? Next video, you're going to choose it, and it's going to be already on a post, right? So let's say, for example, Mastermind, top video, we showed them around the world, this, that, traveling, people listening to us talk, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. In this other video, maybe we could show an example of a screen recording of us doing a marketing tactic, or we could show them an example of us maybe being on a call together. See, that shows them a little bit more insight. Oh, okay, this is how the group operates. This is how they are. Boom. Second video. If we were thinking of the third video in the next step could be maybe like a testimonial. You know, one of you guys saying, oh, you know, Mastermind is great. I think you guys should join because it's helped me in this, and that way. Immediately, that's objection handling, right? Objection handling is handling objections that a buyer would potentially give you as to why they don't want to spend money. Oh, it's too expensive. Oh, I don't have the time. Oh, I don't think I'm going to receive the value. By framing them and priming them and showing them these series of videos, you're giving them all the information they need in order to make an educated decision. They have social proof. They see that we do events worldwide. They see that we have a podcast. They see that we have members already. They see all of these things. They're seeing testimonials. Now they're seeing that this is something that actually might be worth the investment for them to be able to grow, right? So our job in video 2 is to continue to reinforce that. Once we chose that in video 2, we go ahead and pick an ad copy that continues to tell them, right? So you remember in the ad copy, you're framing them and you're priming them. So not only are you talking to them in video, in the copy, you're talking to them from the beginning, trying to capture their attention. Once they're deeper in the funnel, you continue to talk to them as if they were continuing to be led down in that conversation of understanding who you are so they can spend money with you, right? Once you do that, you make sure your Facebook pixel's on, you send it through, you fire it through. And then what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go back to the audiences, right? And you're going to need to create an audience for the people that watch that video, that second video, and only that second video. So then you go back here and you choose that second video. You choose it the same exact way. And this one is not top of the funnel. So maybe here you can put step 2, Mastermind through play 365. Okay, so now you know this list is all the people that watched video 1 and video 2 for the Mastermind for through play 365 days. So everybody in this list is the people in step 2 and step 1 who got to the next step. Obviously, the people that engage. You send that audience through. Once this audience is sent through, everybody from that campaign we just launched is going to start viewing the video, and they had already seen the first one. So now they're being put into the second list of even more refined people who are extremely interested. So once you take them to step 3, and in step 3, you could do the exact same thing we just did here, just using, the same methods, obviously, choosing the right video, creating the audience. Once they're in step 3, then you could feel more comfortable that in the fourth step, right? And step 3 could be the video of, let's say when we choose the video here, it could be testimonials. So now they're like, all right, I see what they do. Okay, I see what they do inside the group. I see how they are publicly. I see their testimonials. I feel like I'm maybe ready to make a decision. Let me see what else I could be interested in, right? At this point, the people don't know that you've taken them through this process, because through all the videos, you're not putting any links or you're not putting them any buttons to lead anywhere. The objective of the campaign is video views only. You're trying to rack up views to put it into segmented audiences. Once you do, those audiences are going to be used at the bottom of the funnel, which is where we're about to go now, to show them conversions. So ideally, you don't just walk up to somebody and tell them, oh, buy this from me or buy this immediately. People are not going to buy things from you like that. They have to trust you. They have to like you. They have to understand you. They have to see what you're like. And once they see that, they figure out if they want to spend the money. Same way here. We're just doing it here on the internet. We're showing them a series of videos that makes them understand what we do, and then we ask them to purchase. Because if we just run a bunch of purchase ads or sign up for the webinar or sign up for the funnel or sign up for this lead because we could help you or whatever it is that we're telling them, they don't know anything about us. So they're just going to fucking ignore us, and our ads are not going to perform well, and Facebook is not going to take that lightly. Our website is not going to perform well, and all around we're giving people a bad experience, and the internet knows this. When you give people a bad experience and you're not doing things correctly, the internet knows, and it doesn't reward you. It makes it more difficult for you to make money. So you have to follow guidelines that are efficient and guidelines that actually put people through a process of good content they can engage with, content they like, they understand, they feel they can relate with. And you do this by putting them through this process. So at the bottom of the funnel, right, once we actually want to convert now, our last campaign is going to be different. Okay, our last campaign is not going to be video view campaign where we're trying to continuously make these lists. At this point, we already have the bottom list. The bottom list is the people that saw the fourth video, and the people that saw the fourth video could only have seen it if they saw the third video could only have seen it if they saw the other two, right? So here in the conversion, we're going to pick conversions. Okay, we're trying to convert, okay, or we're trying to get people to sign up. And if you're doing ManyChat, if you're doing messenger marketing and you're putting people into a messenger bot, which we could also talk about in a later video, how to set up a messenger bot to take leads for you or book leads for you. We could go over that. You could send them either to messages, so you can put them into that list and now they're part of your community, or you could just send them to conversions and they'll purchase on the website. All right, it'll take them to the website to purchase, or it'll take them to the website to view your webinar or to view your product or your product page or wherever you're taking them, right? So for the sake of saving time, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy this example and name it same shit. Okay. But like, I don't know, like, let's say, guys, that you're putting $30 a day for this campaign, right? Just understand that anybody that clicks on your button has already seen 3 videos of you, has been highly interested, and they may be ready to make a sale, either by getting them on the phone, either by taking them to your e-commerce page. So what you're paying for that click is a very educated person that is likely to purchase or likely to really be informed and not just go on your website and leave. On the first video, on average, you'll pay 1 to 3 cents per video view. On the second video, you'll pay on average 1 to 3 cents per video view. On the third video, you'll do the same. If you paid at the highest amount, you paid 9 cents already for that person to see 3 videos of you, 9 cents. At the next step, they'll pay, on the end final step, they'll pay anywhere from 50 cents to $2 or $3 per that click to your website. Sometimes even less if you send them to your messenger, in which you continue to prime them and then send them a link. However, if you send them to your website, you now have 9 cents in video views and about, let's say, $2 on average. So you paid like $2.10 for somebody to see 4 videos or 3 videos of you and then go to your website, right? At that point, you need to determine how much your product costs, if it makes sense, or if you have a service, how it is that you convert people, right? At this point, we're not going to choose. So at this point, we're going to choose, where's conversion? Purchase, okay? So the last step would be purchase. Sorry, guys, this account isn't active, so it's going to be red, but it's going to be green for you guys when you do it. So it's going to be active, purchase campaign, right? You're going to use a custom audience that's already going to be here, and it's going to be the custom audience of step 3. Everybody that saw the video in step 3 would be the audience here. If you want to go global with it, I would take off just United States. If your service is global, you take this off. So it'll be everyone who saw that last video, global, right? You keep everything as we did before. Make sure it's optimized for conversions. Whenever you want to start the ads, if you want to schedule them or you want to start today. And then once you get to the next step, which would probably be the final step in this whole process, you have to choose your post, right? So a lot of people you see will do the carousel post. So they'll show you like the e-commerce, the apparel and the hats or whatever, and you could swipe on Facebook or Instagram to see. So you could choose that. You could choose certain pictures, the graphic design like you see here that we've used before. Hold on, guys. And then this has a button at the bottom that says shop now. See? Right here. You learn more, a collection by women's clothing. So you're using this whole area to capture their attention. Tell them as much as you can about what your offer is. So then you could go ahead and send them to the website. At this point, they saw video 1, video 2, video 3. Then you showed them this. So now they're likely to want to go on your website and understand you because now they get it. Oh, okay, this is a clothing brand, or oh, okay, this is a marketing service. Now I see what it is. Now you're more likely to close the person. And the more people engage with your video and then go to your website and that flow continues to happen, the better it registers for Facebook's AI and for Google, for all of your analytics. And as you're sending people to the website, if you have a lead capture form on the website or a Wheelio or any other campaign that you could use on Shopify, you're collecting emails. Guys, this week alone, I ran a campaign for one of our clients. I didn't spend any money on ads. It was just from organic traffic. We collected 275 emails or something like that. And we turned that into like $3,700 in sales, organic, just from collecting emails. So once you're sending people to the website from IG, your main goal should not necessarily be to capture their email. But if you have a way on your website to capture emails and offer value, those emails, you're going to be able to monetize them. And now you have an email. Now, if they went all the way to initiate checkout or add to cart, all the way to initiate checkout, now you have their phone number and you have their email address. So now you could text blast them with promotions. And every time you send a text blast out, you'll get sales. So now you're starting to spread out like diversely, whether it's sales for a product, whether it's sales for a service. You're really starting to keep people informed. So essentially, this is how you run these initial campaigns to be able to drive qualified traffic to your website. Once you do, okay, you're going to be able to run retargeting campaigns, which we could cover on another call, which is going to be a little bit more in depth because we're going to have to create the same like campaign structure, but just for the people that went on the website from that whole funnel, they went through every step, they clicked, they went on your website, they initiated checkout, they added to cart, but then they fucking left and they didn't buy. Now what, right? Well, those people were almost ready to buy. We got to convince them. So now we got to run retargeting to them on Facebook. We retarget them and we retarget them at 3 levels. The people that viewed the page but didn't continue, the people that viewed the page and added to cart but didn't continue after that to cart, and then the people that viewed the page, added to cart, and initiated checkout but didn't continue. Those 3 levels of people, we retarget them at different levels with different copy, speaking to all of them differently because obviously all of them took different actions. So the first retarget could be like, hey, we noticed you went on our website but didn't purchase. Did you know that blah, 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 and then give them some value, right? And then the people that added to cart, you could tell them, hey, we noticed that you almost made your purchase. Make sure not to forget to blah, blah, blah. At the last level, they had input their card info. They had input their address. They had input their phone number. They were almost there, ready to buy. Hey, we noticed you were almost there. Make sure that you do this, and here's 10% off just in case. So you could get them that extra last push so they make the sale. So that flow, which is pretty much the Venus flytrap from the first perspective we were talking about, those first set of ads, you then take them into retargeting. Once you take them into retargeting, and you're hoping that they close in the retargeting process, you have your email sequences working for you and your text message sequence. And these are your abandoned cart and abandoned text message sequences. It could be whether you sell a product, it could be whether you sell an informational service, a coaching program, a digital service, whatever it is. If you have an abandoned text campaign saying, hey, you didn't check out, hey, you didn't sign up for the webinar, hey, you didn't do this, and it's telling them in a sequence of 3 to 4 messages over a few days, you're going to catch clicks and signups along all of those levels of people who were afraid to commit or didn't have the time to commit before, but then you close them on the next communication. This is going to be done through Facebook retargeting. They're going to see you on Facebook. They're going to see you on Instagram. You're going to be able to email them because you have their emails, put them through an email sequence, and you're also going to be able to do it in text or even in messenger marketing. If you have all of these areas activated on your e-commerce, on whatever it is that you're doing to push your business, you're getting leads and sales from every single area coming in, and it's all flowing together. One great way to make that flow together is Funnelytics, the program Funnelytics, funnelytics.io. You could pretty much connect all of these things I'm telling you into one visual platform that shows you how everything flows together and how the money's being passed around and the traffic is being passed around. We could do a session about that, showing you guys exactly step by step how to integrate this into your website, because what you guys may not be aware of is that you could track every piece of behavior on your website. Everything that's going down on your website, anything that people do, you could track it. There's heat mapping tools and stuff that you could use, but the real cool stuff that I've been using is Google Tag Manager. Google Tag Manager pretty much puts a script on your website that tracks how many people went on a page, how many people scrolled 10% of the page, 15%, 25%, 35%, 50%, how many people clicked on what button, how many people made what action. You're tracking every single action. So you're literally seeing a visual representation of people coming in from Google, people coming in from Facebook, people coming in from emails. And once they come in, you see the path that they're taking and where they're falling off, where they're not falling off, where they're clicking the most buttons. And this will allow you to have a visual outside in perspective of your company and your service, and will allow you to make the necessary adjustments that you need to make on certain pages. So maybe you're noticing that you have a page, and on that page, there's a button at the bottom of the page that says sign up now or find out more. And a shitload of people are clicking it, showing that like so many people are clicking it. That should tell you, let me leave that button there, but maybe let me put another button closer to the top, because clearly these people are ready to make a decision. Maybe I need to make it easier for them to click so they could click faster and go to the next page, right? Improve click-through rate, improve your site's performance. So this will allow you to see many more things. It'll also allow you to see, all right, this is every page on the website. This is where everybody's going after each page, meaning every customer has a different journey. You land on a website from different pages most of the time, right? And after that page, you go to another page and another, and then you bounce around. You could track that entire flow off your entire website, off everybody that's gone on the website since you started tracking it, and it will tell you pretty much in which direction you need to head with organizing things on your website. Maybe most people are going from the About page to the Services page, meaning that if you have an About page, right, but you don't have your services listed on the About page, you should list them on the About page, because most people are leaving from the About page to the Services page. So make it easy for them to do it. They're already looking for it. Put them on the About page and put a button that leads to it. So there will be many things that you start realizing once you start sending traffic to your website and to your business that it's not just driving traffic and hoping it converts. It's understanding the data and understanding what's happening around it, so you can continue to frame the conversation on how you're going to convert these people, how you're going to give them value, how you're going to invite them to what you're doing, how you're pretty much going to make them a part of your movement. So yeah, guys, I know that was a lot of information. Gladly, we have this recorded so you guys could go over it. And of course, I'm available right now for any questions if anybody has.
I have a quick question before we moved on. Google Tag Manager, what it does? It adds tags where they've been, or?
Google Tag Manager tags all your scripts. So for example, you know when you put your Facebook pixel, that's a code that you have to put on your website, okay? Tag Manager pretty much consolidates all your pixels from everywhere, right? In order for you to keep track of them through Google Analytics, through Google and the Google platform. So everybody that goes through, so for example, anybody that goes on our website, on the Hustle Inspire Salsa website, and clicks Mastermind and then signs up, it fires triggers on every point, every scroll, every action that they took, and it gives us the whole point system, and it tells us which systems are working best, which are not, and so we could start shifting the website around in order for it to favor us in a way of, hey, as soon as people land on this page, give them as much value as possible, but get their email, get them to sign up, get them to make an action, get them to view a video, get them to do whatever it is we need them to do in order for us to convert. Once they convert, or once they fall in the funnel, then you hit them with the retargeting, you hit them with the abandoned carts. And if they already purchased from you, then you start thinking ahead and you start thinking, what are the upsells? What are the downsells? Once they're in my community, once they're doing this and that, how can they value more? How can they make more money? How can I put them in better situations? How can we generate more revenue for the company while helping them out? So you start thinking, how do I take care of my customer and give them as much as I can while at the same time profiting and having a journey that I could lead them through? At that point, which is what you'll hear a lot of e-commerce people talk about, and that's the customer lifetime value, the LTV. What is the lifetime value of each customer you're sending to the website? Essentially, you're paying 3 cents max probably per video for 3 videos and then a click. We said it was like $3.10, right? Or $2.10. That's how much it's costing you per lead to the website, right? Now, based off that $2.30, how much can you make off the person in a lifetime? Let's say you can make $700. So is it worth it to spend $3 to send somebody to a page that then hopefully you put them into an email capture, or it pings the Facebook pixel so you could retarget them and continue to try to get them to sign up? Is it worth it to spend a few bucks to make 700 or 500 or 300 or 200 or 1,000 or 5,000? It just depends on your service, right? At that point, you have to start doing numbers. Like, how much is each customer worth to me? How much am I making off each customer? How much can I spare, right? How much can I spend on? And a lot of this ad spend, if you're not already doing it, you could put it on a credit card, put it on an Amex, put it on somebody else's credit card, rack up points. And then what you do with those points is you buy plane tickets. So then you don't have to spend money on plane tickets, right? And then you just keep the process going. I know a lot of you guys do that. Ad spend counts for that. Just put all your ad spend on credit cards and rack up points so you can travel for free, get free bags, get whatever it is that you need. Any more questions?
Information. Yeah, just to add, because I think how to do ads to Instagram, it's a little bit different. So if you could one day just to consider how to do IGTV ads. Or
it's the same. It's the same. So if you notice, we picked Instagram and Facebook on the ads manager. So I posted on Instagram too.
No, I'm talking about Instagram, IGTV, how to advertise that, or how to advertise Instagram.
Oh, okay, cool. I see. They haven't rolled it out yet, but they're going to roll that out soon, the IGTV ad. So you're going to be able to put ads in IGTV, like in between IGTV videos.
I think it's already going on. I think. I thought I heard.
You may have read. Okay, so another great thing for you guys to be on top of, make sure you guys check this out. It's called Google Facebook Newsroom. Okay. Or go on Twitter and if you have a Twitter account, and go to Facebook Newsroom on Twitter and sign up and follow them and sign up for their notifications. And the Facebook Newsroom will tell you every time Facebook and Instagram make an update about ads, about new policy changes, about things that they're going to do to the ads manager, different things that are going to be happening. They put it there in the Facebook Newsroom. So you could either save it as a bookmark on your computer and you could continuously check it. Or if you want immediate pings every time something happens, right? You guys could go ahead and do it on Twitter. Twitter will alert you immediately. And you'll be the first to know when Facebook makes a change, rather than find out by fucking up or find out from somebody else who found out from somebody else like 2 months later, and then you're the last person to find out. If you're the first person to find out, you have first mover's advantage, and you're able to make a move and, you know, lead the pack. Everyone good?
Mhm.
Yeah. Y'all like quiet. Everybody's like, that was too much. Was anybody confused at any point of the conversation? I'm happy to go back.
I have a last question only.
Okay.
I promise, from me one. Regarding testing, when you test, you don't post them before you test and see which one is performing best, correct?
No, I post them.
You still post them?
Yeah, because I'm driving traffic to them. People are liking it. They're commenting. It's social. When people go on the Facebook page, you're going to see all that traffic, and it's going to be social proof. They're going to be like, oh, shit, look, this person
That's so many views, so many
yeah,
likes.
look, it has a lot of views. People are watching it. People are sharing it. Like, you know, I like this.
When you're testing, you're still using existing posts because it gives some boost. Thank you.
Yeah. Peter, what's up, bro?
No, I was just gonna say that process probably works really well for e-commerce. I was gonna say, have you used it for it, or by any chance, or
For e-commerce? Yeah, I'm using it right now.
what do you do like in terms of the sequence of videos? Would you do like an initial paid or initial video of showing the product off in some way and not really showing any value, just kind of presenting it, trying to see if you get engagement off of it?
First video, remember, we're targeting 3 things in the first video. Curiosity. We need to make them curious. What is this, right? Authority. This is an authority. Can I trust this? Right? We need a, what was the third one? What was the third one? I just fucking had a brain fart. Curiosity, authority, and
social proof.
And social proof. Okay? Curiosity, authority, and social proof. Social proof, what does that mean? Let's say you sell a workout supplement product. You sell workout products, right? A pre-workout. Curiosity. Did you know that this is the blah, 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 blah pre-workout that no other pre-workout does this? Curiosity. Oh, shit, I didn't know. Like, oh, why is it? Did you know that everybody's using this? Why are they using it, right? Authority. Now you show a big influencer or a big celebrity using it, you know, or its logo affiliated with another logo, which takes us into authority hijacking, which we've talked about before. You know, maybe like, for example, you're a pre-workout product and you were part of a fitness convention and you have your logo on the wall. Now you're going to show people talking in front of the wall with the logos behind them, and now you show that there. So you're showing authority. It's a product that's going to solve your problem, and celebrities are using it, and it's part of conventions, and it looks so cool, and people around the world. So you're showing, like, you're flexing. You're showing like, oh, this is global. This is big. This is trusted. Like, this is great. Like, I like this, right? You establish that curiosity. You establish that social proof because people were relating to it, right? You establish that authority because people were using it, being next to it, endorsing it in a way, right? That's the first video. The second video could be something a little bit deeper into the product. What specific things are you going to get from it? Like, when should you take it? Should you take it before your workout? When is it best used? What are you to expect from it? What are people saying about it, right? Third video could be testimonials. People sending in videos of their progress videos. Oh, this fucking pre-workout is great. It helped me because of this, and that. Look at my before, look at my after. So now you hit the curiosity. Now you hit the social proof. Now you hit the authority. Now you hit the objection handling because you showed them all the things that it benefits them and how it's better than the competition. So you pushed away all their negativity, right? Then you showed them people in the industry who are using it, enforcing it, and giving reviews. So now it's credible, right? And then on the last step, you hit them with the ad. Hey, would you like to purchase? After knowing all of this and seeing all this, would you like to purchase? Like, here's a purchase link. They go on their website, they view the page, they add to cart, initiate checkout, they don't purchase, then you hit them with the retargeting. And then you fucking, as that's happening, people are continuing to fly in from the cold audiences that you're running. They're continuing to fly into the funnel and down the list, and down list 1, list 2, list 3, conversion ad 4, go to the website, depending on what actions they took. and that you got on the pixel or from the Facebook ad, from the Google Tag Manager that we got, then you're starting to see how their behavior is. You analyze their behavior, and then you organize the page correctly for them to see how that is. You follow them up with all the retargeting you're gonna do, and the emails and the text messages, and you continue people flying in. And as you're doing the process, you refine and you refine. You can't expect for it to be perfect at first because you don't know what the data is like. You need to send people to the site. You need to send people through the funnel to see if they like the video, if they don't like the video, are they watching most of the video, or are they not? Essentially, remember, people have a very short attention span. If you're doing a video, you should try and change the frame every 2 seconds. Every 2 seconds, change the frame, right? Changing. Nowadays, 60% of people watch videos with the sound off. Meaning, if you have this fucking great voiceover, nobody fucking heard it. 40% of people heard it. Meaning, you're gonna need call to actions on the screen, like letters, words, telling them, leading them, telling them what you're pretty much saying in the video. If you saw the Hustle Inspire Hustle ads, I know some of you saw them today. You'll start saying that we're like entrepreneurship, community, global, mastermind, innovators, events, and we start telling them on screen as the visuals are changing every 2 seconds, establishing authority from everything that we're doing and bringing it into one.
How long is your video approximately?
You can do them like a minute and a half. It depends on what you're really selling. You know, if you're really selling something that's very detailed and time intensive, and the person watching really needs like a lot of detail, and they're like, oh fuck, like I really want to get into this, right? Then you make it a little bit longer. If it's something based off impulse, you want to be quick, because the person making a decision based off impulse, you had 2 seconds to capture their attention. If you didn't, they're gone, and you lost that impression. The second they swipe past your video, it tells the Facebook algorithm they didn't like it. Don't show it to people like this, right? So you need to also make sure that the video is engaging enough to where the person would stop. Think about yourself when you're on TikTok or Instagram or wherever you're scrolling on the feed. What would make you stop? What would make you stop on your tracks and say, oh fuck, this is worth my time, right? Because people won't make an action, people won't make a decision unless they feel they're gonna get a return on that decision. If I make this decision, if I make this move, what am I going to get out of it? Am I going to get money? Am I going to get knowledge? Am I going to get pleasure? What am I getting out of this? You need to establish that.
100%.
How are you getting their curiosity? Then you frame your content based around that.
And then I always tell, like, for example, my clients, is like, look, put yourself in the shoes of your client. Like, what would you like to see? Like, if you're selling them something, like you're saying, like what will get their attention? What will make them go into your website and actually buy your product? So it's not all about you, it's about them. What are they looking for? And whatever they're looking for, give it to them. It's like when you're looking, you're just scrolling, right? But you're thinking of something. If you see that, most likely you're gonna click on it and say, oh my God, they read my mind. I'm gonna go check it out. So just think about your clients, what they're looking for, and then just give it to them.
Yeah, and remember, guys, we've gone over tools before. Like when we did the SEO portion, remember, you guys could always go back to this. In the SEO portion, we talked about using Keywords Everywhere, SEMrush, Ahrefs, all these programs. These programs literally help you find out what people are looking for. So before you run these ads or before you do whatever you do to send people to your website, go on these pages and start Googling certain search terms: real estate, personal coaching, funnels, sales, trainings, fitness events. What keywords are people looking at around fitness events? How many people are visiting those websites? How many shares are they getting? Do your research. Like before you put out a piece of content, make sure it's great, because all you need is a few great pieces of content rather than a shitload of random content that you're just fucking regurgitating out to people, hoping that people like and comment. No, like make it, refine it. So something that you think about, like, fuck, if somebody gave this to me for free, I would be so happy. I would be so grateful, because it has all the value, it has all the information, it has all the right contacts, all the pictures, all the video tutorial, whatever it is that you're showing people, make sure it's the best, because that reflects upon their behavior, from social media to Google to your website to pixels to tracking to everything that's being tracked on the back end by the AI. It's important, because you're not cheating anybody except yourself if you're doing it wrong. If you're doing it wrong, you're only cheating yourself, because it knows. Guys, the systems are alive. They're fucking functioning out there and reading data and metrics and information and understanding what works and what doesn't. That's why sometimes people run Facebook ads and they don't fucking work, no matter how much money they spend, no matter how many videos they did, no matter how many people are looking at it, because they didn't follow a system of taking care of the client, the customer, making them understand, respecting their time, and then asking them for the opportunity to gain their business.
So now from a personal branding standpoint, because a lot of my client acquisition is based around, building my personal brand, making sure that they understand what type of intellectual property I can bring to them, being doing the consulting, doing the, lifestyle optimization stuff. So how would you say approaching something along those lines, establishing yourself as an authority per se, when they don't even know who you are? How would you say going about that?
I'm not gonna say it's easy, but I'm gonna tell you that you definitely have the blueprint. You have to go and get the content, bro. Okay. For example, you have a dope ass podcast setup. You have B-roll video of you interviewing somebody on the podcast with that sick setup?
Yeah.
Great. Perfect. Grab that B-roll. Now get a testimonials from 2 or 3 big people that support you and respect you, right? Whether they're video, great. If they're not video, they're text, put them on screen with their Instagram name. And if they're verified, even better, that they give you this testimonial. So now you have you interviewing somebody, testimonial fast with somebody talking about you, then you jumping back in. You see, so you start framing the conversation. How do you want these people to perceive you, right? How do you perceive yourself ultimately?
Right.
And how you perceive yourself is how you create the content, by establishing authority, associating yourself with big people, showing them, maybe even like you want to do a coaching session, maybe at the bottom of the funnel, you could show them, or middle of the funnel, you could show them a Zoom call of a consulting session you did with one of your clients to break down like their first onboarding session, or a free 15-minute consultation. Show them what they would get. Show them you're a badass, show them everybody fucks with you, show them you have clients, give them all this value, take them to the website, give them great blogs. Oh, here's some tips about this, here's some tips about that, right? But then have all of your information organized in order for them, when it's time to make that decision, they make it. One great way people are doing it right now, and it's something I'm doing because I like to be omnipresent, I like to be everywhere, is the messenger marketing we've talked about. If you organize your bot, dude, your bot can make you so much bread, because your bot, literally, you plan out the conversations ahead. So you could have the blogs, you could have the video you sent them, you could have all the questions and answers, all the frequently asked questions. You dump all that shit to them. And once they've gone through that whole process, the bot sends them a link to book a call with you. So you're driving people from Facebook ads. Like, you do the step-by-step sequence like I showed you guys, but at one point I showed you either do conversions or you do messages, right? I told you. You lead them to the message, and now they get put in the community. Once they're in that community, you continue to feed them information. Now you're in their day-to-day life. They're seeing your retargeting. You're in their inbox. You're sending them great tips. You're becoming a resource and a tool for them of knowledge and learning. So when you hit them with an ad to, hey, I'm available this week for a consulting call, only $250, only taking 10 people today. Now you made $2,500 on bookings from people that were extremely primed because they know what you're about already. But you got to take them through that process. You can't cheat the process.
Right.
You can't cheat it. But once they're in there, bro.
Well, then my question is, starting from basically, you talking about go back to the SEO, go back to setting up the website, making sure all the ducks are in a row, starting basically from the beginning. How long would you say it would take to kind of get to that point?
I think, brother, the content creation part is going to be the most time consuming, right? Because you're going to have to think about, what audio do I have? What call to actions are going to be on the screen? Every few seconds, you need to have a call to action to keep the people going. How often am I changing the B-roll? What is the storyline like? Does the B-roll line up with the storyline? You really have to sit down and think, like,
storyboard it kind of.
What would people want to see in the first video? What would people want to see in the second, the third, and the third, right? What would people want to see? How do I lead them down this? Obviously, in the third, you probably want testimonials, people talking good about you. The second video, a little bit more in depth. The main video is more general, who you are and why you're a badass all around. But from an SEO perspective, look, bro, like, if you dedicate 2 hours a day, right, to making sure that your marketing infrastructure is good, and if you don't rush yourself and you give yourself 2 to 3 weeks, dude, in 3 weeks, you're going to feel fucking great.
Dude, I'm thinking literally I'll give myself months if I need to really get this stuff sound, get this stuff right, get this stuff foolproof. You know what I mean? Like, I'll invest the time that I need to really build it out the right way. I want to make sure that it's foolproof. So that's not really what I'm concerned about. I just kind of want mentally to kind of give myself a time frame and stuff just so I can prep and prepare. You know what I mean?
If you want to take it easy and chilling and do it the best way you can, not stressing. In a 2 to 3 month process, you could be in really good shape. I'm not telling you you're gonna be rich, and don't.
Oh, I get that.
You're not gonna. This is not a get rich quick. I'm telling you from having a foundational, a foundational effort for your company, generating the foundation, that concrete slab that's gonna hold you up, all your pillars. You're gonna have them all up. You're gonna be able to go through email sequences, messenger sequences, guys. These things are easier than you think. The thing is that we're scared and afraid of what we don't know. Right? But these things can be done. If you get a general understanding for how it works, hire somebody overseas that does it, and they will do it. They do a good job, guys. They could set up your messenger bot. They could set up your fucking email sequences. You start tracking things, and before you know it, you're running your op from anywhere, and you're saving yourself $20,000 a month in marketing expenses because you are your own marketing machine. At that point, all you have to do is think logically of how you could attract more attention, and since you're generating revenue, your team is working for you, and you have more free time on your hands, which is better quality of life, of course, right? To do the things that we like, travel, eat, whatever it is that we like to do. But anyways, all of these things that I'm talking to you guys about, I want to share them, okay?
Alex, so sorry, guys. Do you mind? I really need to fly right now. I'm going to some event. It's 6 o'clock here. Yes, I would love to receive that video. Great content. Thank you so much.
Cool. Bye.
You. Have a good day. Bye.
So guys, we'll go over a lot of these things over the next few weeks. I'm also available on Slack. Remember, always for any questions about these things. I'm also thinking of starting to create videos on how to do a lot of these like shits that I'm telling you guys to set up. To maybe if we don't have a call about it, that you guys could have access to it from the Slack and like look at it at whatever times. So from now on, when I do certain strategies, I'm going to record my screen and I'm just going to share that with you guys privately for the mastermind. So you guys go and do it for your business. And if you have a question, just hit me on Slack. Cool?
Perfect.
Alrighty, guys. Well, it was nice seeing all of you crazy asses. Love to connect with you guys. Hopefully you guys got some value today, at least a little bit, that helps you get one step closer to just accomplishing whatever goal you guys want to accomplish, man. One step forward these days, one step, no matter how quick, or how slow. You got there one step closer each time. So we're going to continue doing our thing here. Guys, we'll send you this material tomorrow on the email, and we'll have another call Monday at 8:30.